Sometimes people notice that their website traffic is dropping, yet they don't know how to identify where that drop is exactly. Is it across all of the pages on the website? Or is it potentially because something changed on the search engine results page related to a particular query and result? So for example, you could be killing it on a seasonal blog post or on something that is really doing well for a while, but maybe a competitor comes along and bumps you down a spot or two, or maybe you had a featured snippet and now you lose the snippet and that's causing the decline. It's important to know where to find those. So Google Analytics is free, and all you have to do is set it up once on your website, and then you're able to get a lot of really great data. So I am on one of my websites here. And what I want to do is I want to go look at my top performing pages on my website, and I'm going to look at them at time over time to kind of see how those pages are doing. So what we're going to do is in this column here, we're going to go down here to behavior, and then we're going to click site content, and we're going to look at all pages. Now up here, you might only see a date that says, like, it might just say the last 30 days, or it might have the last 7 days by default automatically setting. What you need to do is drop down and click this little box that says compare to. We're going to compare to. So let's just say we're just going to look at how our pages are performing for this year. So I'm in first quarter. So I'll do January 1st of 2019 to March 31st. And I want to compare this to the previous year. So we're going to look at this at the same time frame last year from January to March 31st, how it was doing last year. The reason why I'm choosing these settings is because I can look at seasonality. So how is my Easter egg hunt blog post doing this year as opposed to how it was doing last year at that same time? And then I'm able to look at, is it doing better than it was then, or is it doing worse than it was then? So I'm going to click apply. And I can go down here now and take a look at what's happening. So I can see that January to March page views were up a little higher last year at this time than they are now. So I kind of want to look at why this might be happening. So I'll take a look at some of my primary blogs that bring me a lot of traffic. So my art district blog is a hyper-local community page on my real estate website, and I can see that it has grown considerably, and that's probably because of when I actually published that art district blog. I don't even think it's quite a year old. All right, so we're going to ignore that one. Homepage is down significantly. Now, this might be, and how can I tell? Because here's the change percentage, and when the number is higher for the year prior than it is now, I know I can notice something. So I might want to go look at that, but it may have been intentional. So in my particular case, maybe I didn't want the homepage ranking as high for a particular keyword, so I moved my optimization for that other page so it would land there. So that's not necessarily negative. It depends on what you've been doing with your website, okay? Here's another one. So spring break, when is spring break in Las Vegas? It's grown by almost 72%. So I'm good there. Let's keep moving on. All right, so this was one I had just picked up. I just noticed this morning. So one of my top lead generating pages and traffic earners is my Las Vegas real estate market report. And I can see here that it's down 32%. So there's your negative, down 32%. And I just went in and noticed that I had not updated my market report. I had somebody working on my market report for me that I ended up letting go, and I had not updated it. So I just now went in and updated and republished my market report. So this is important. This is a big one for me. All right, so I want to make sure I'm watching that page carefully. Then we've got another one here, owner will carry homes, that has grown. Actually, that's decreased a little bit by 15%. I'm not overly worried about that one, but it's probably because of keyword rankings. Now I can look at this. I can actually go over to my keyword tool here. All right, I can look at SEMrush. There's a link in the description of the video. So I'm going to look at SEMrush and I'm going to type in, let's look at owner will carry. So I'm on my own website and I'm looking at keywords related to owner will carry. And nothing has really, looks like it's changed. I might look at seller finance. All right, not a whole lot of changes there. I can also go look at the actual page. So let's go to position changes. Let's go to page 2. So you could take a look at, one drop right here from position 7 to 8 could change the traffic enough for that. So this one went from 7 to 8. This one went from 5 to 7, right? So I'm looking at my search volume. This one went from 8 to 10. Generally speaking, where you're going to see a major difference is in something like this one. So this one went from page 1, owner carry homes for sale, went from page 1 to page 2. So the first page has 10 results. So when you see a number 13, that means it's now, instead of at the bottom of page 1, it's now the top of page 2. Those could make differences. So if I care about that, I need to go in and kind of optimize and take a look at what's happening with that keyword. Is there any new competition? Can I add an image with an alt tag with that keyword? Or is there something I can do that might boost that up a little bit? Okay. Again, for me, it's only if that's a significant lead generation page. I'm usually not overly concerned if it's not a major lead generator. Okay. This one is my zip code page, so that's one I probably want to go look at. I've been working very, very hard to increase that, so I might want to go look and see what the difference is there, why that one changed. My utilities page has gone up. My snakes page has gone up. 99 things to do for Valentine's Day has gone up. So this is just kind of a great little tool for you to not little, it's a major tool to use for free. And then you can also change how you look at your reports. So you could look at them as a pie graph. You could look at them as a bar chart. Okay. So this might even help you more visually to see what the change is in these. Lots of different ways to do that. Okay, so that is the major piece I wanted to show you today, so that you can compare how your top pages on your website are doing time over time. You can also look at the unique page views, total of page views, the average time on the page, how many people are entering on that page, your bounce rate, your exit rate, and total page value. We'll talk about those more in lessons. So that's today's lesson on how to measure your top pages on your website time over time.